Well, go ahead, Zora. I'll play another tune or two. Thank you.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
What's some domini?
Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Some chicken soup will do just nicely. I'm right here. Something on your mind?
Thank you very much. And I think my last tune for now is this one. Right, thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I'm Pantia Atia, the master vocalist.
Yeah,
Now you can say you've met the most talented bard in all of Skyrim.
yeah, well, I'm learning. I'm going to go to the Guard Bards College anyway to try and be able to become a member there. Now, let's see if I can
Yes?
let's see. Who's around? Yeah, but I'm not speaking in front of someone else.
Feel free to make requests.
Is being a bard pay well here?
Oh, no. But being surrounded by good music, good drink, and good friends is all I've ever asked for.
Any word around town?
Generally, if you want rumors, you should talk to Corpulus. That said, I did see a visitor pass through on his way to the Blue Palace.
Really? I'm going to the Blue Palace anyway, so... You remember the Bards College here?
Only in that I'm a graduate. I work here at the Winking Skeever. I would highly recommend it, though. Talk to Viarmo if you're interested.
I will do. Okay, thanks, Lisette.
You should think about staying the night. Corpulus keeps a clean inn.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Right. You might have a business with that noble there, so I won't bother him. It's the man I want to speak to, Mainin. I want to come back in a little while. I want to speak to him in front of someone, if I can help it. I've got some other business to tend to. Okay, my friends. Right, we're heading over to the Bards College. There we are. You can see Danifae better now. She's got her stuff she bought at the Divine Elegance store.
You know you can afford a septim or two. Hello,
Well,
friend.
you know, being a bard doesn't pay much, but I'll give you a gold piece.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Always good talking to you, friend.
Okay.
A coin or two for a veteran? It's not much to ask.
Yeah, we don't know if it was,
I've got a little work if you're interested, traveler.
what? Work.
You're passing through solitude? Maybe you're looking to make some easy gold, yes?
Easy gold. What do you have in mind?
It's easy to find things to sell. Things nobody will miss. Things from underground, or just left lying around in someone's house. I bet the two of us were very alike. So why not take the next step? We can help each other. My sister Deja and I are treasure hunters. We like to collect things.
Oh, really? You've heard about the museum or something in town? Not exactly a thief, you know.
Of course not. Thieves take what is precious. Thieves steal. We just take what will not be missed. What no one needs anymore. Maybe we take some weapons and stop a few deaths. Who would call that thievery?
I'm listening.
I knew you looked like a clever one. With the war, many more ships come through these docks, loaded with weapons and pay, but few people, and they pass through dangerous waters. We have an interest in one of those boats, the Ice Runner. The Solitude Lighthouse will be guiding it in, but if its fire were to go out, the Ice Runner would run aground.
So you want me to put out the lighthouse fire?
What an interesting idea. I think if someone were to do something like that, there would definitely be a certain amount of loot to be shared. Yes, if someone were to put out the lighthouse fire and then meet me on the docks afterwards, I could certainly direct them to that loot.
But what happened to the sailors, though?
Don't worry about them. We'll make sure they wash up safe. Maybe they'll even pay us for their heroic rescue from their sad crash.
Interesting.
It would be best if we spoke little until you've completed your task.
Interesting proposition. Oh, there's Zora. Come on, Zora.
Something on your
Ah, it's nice to
mind?
see you got your face fixed, Zora. Yeah.
You know you
I
can
know you had
afford
that
a
face
second
mask on for a long time, but it's
Yes?
worth it to keep the fixes in place. I mean, I had to do it for a while, so good to see you back, your beautiful self.
A coin or two for a veteran? It's not much to ask.
Interesting proposition from Jari Ra there. If that ship's running weapons for the Imperials for the war, then it could be something that Danifae could actually look into. So it's something you're going to have to think about here.
Tomatoes, leeks, and cabbages, fresh and ripe.
Which doesn't look like the sailors are only doing their job. So it depends if he feels he can trust that Jari Ra fellow or not. Right, next step, the Bard's College. So if he's going to be a bard, then she might as well join the college and get some training. And her friends can be an entourage, if you like. I'll explain about Zora in a little while. About her face is now healed.
Welcome to the Bard's College. I'm the headmaster here. How may I help you?
Oh, hello, Headmaster. I'm looking to apply to the college. I'm a bard in training.
Always a pleasure to meet a prospective bard. You should be aware that many apply, but we accept very few people. When possible, we ask applicants to perform tasks the college needs completed. In this case, I do have a task befitting an aspiring bard.
What do you need me to do? My friends would like to be involved in my little band as well, so a few of us could help you. So, what do you need us to do?
Elisif has forbidden the burning of King Olaf, a festival put on by the Bard's College. We need to change her mind.
Okay.
To convince her, I want to read King Olaf's verse, a part of the Poetic Edda, the living history of Skyrim. Unfortunately, the verse was lost long ago.
That's when I come in.
Yes, according to Giraud, our history's keeper, the portion of the Edda dealing with King Olaf might still exist in Dead Man's Respite. I need you to retrieve the poem.
Okay. Has the war affected the college much?
Not much. But as a bard, I find the whole affair depressing.
Yeah.
There are no heroes in this war, no winners to be had, and no real conclusion. If you want something a bard can dig into, look to the dragons. 1,000 years from now, Skyrim will have changed rulers dozens of times. But the return of the dragons, that story is once in an era.
What do you know about the dragons?
Not much, to be honest. Their return was a shock to us all. Gerard Germain has some tomes about them in the library, if you're interested.
So why did Elisif have the festival?
As you may be aware, Elisif's husband, High King Torig, was recently killed. Elisif mourns her husband deeply, and she feels that a festival that burns a king in effigy is distasteful. I tried to convince her the festival is many centuries old and celebrates solitude, but I need proof. I believe King Olaf's verse will provide that proof.
So what is this Poetic Edda?
I think Giraud here would give you the best explanation of both it and the history of King Olaf's verse. You should speak to him about it.
Right. Okay.
I wish you luck in finding the verse.
Yeah. Smell what I'm doing. It's something all dark in here for some reason.
Ildi, what year did the Aldmeri Dominion invade the Empire?
Late 171.
Good, Ildi. Soak in the lore. Yorn, what happened during the Red Year?
Morrowind suffered a massive explosion.
Vardenfell's Red Mountain erupts.
Yes.
Try to be precise, Yorn. Remember, being a bard isn't just about the music.
Excuse me, sir.
Good to meet a prospective bard.
I remember said you'd tell him about the Poetic Edda, I think you called it.
He's sending you after King Olaf's verse, then. That's good. We shouldn't leave it lying around now that I figured out where it is. The verse was Svafnir's contribution to the Poetic Edda, the living history of Skyrim. Each bard adds to the Edda in his or her time.
So King Olaf's verse is the lost part of the Edda.
And a very ancient one. The verse criticized the reigning King Olaf. He was so incensed the bard was put to death and all the copies burned. At least that's what we thought until I translated some ancient texts a year or so ago. We now believe King Olaf buried the truth with the bard. If I'm right, Svafnir and King Olaf's verse lie in Dead Men's Respite, along with the burial chamber of King Olaf himself.
All right. Fine.
Be careful. You might find more than just King Olaf's verse in Dead Man's Respite.
Yeah.
I wish only to graduate and enroll with the Legion. My drums will lead our troops to victory.
You seem proud to be a bard, quite rightly so.
And why wouldn't I be? We sing tales of kings, queens, and their politics, 'tis true. But do you know who really makes history? The person who writes it.
Well, I suppose,
Stop by again sometime. I'll sing for you.
right.
Formal training may have worked for me, but it's not for everyone. Some of the best bards never set foot in the college.
Really? That's interesting. Okay. Ah, interesting alchemist book. Excellent.
You're new here, right? Welcome to the Bard's College. It's like a musical museum.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
Thanks for taking the time. People never want to talk to me.
Oh, it's a shame.
I'm Dean of Lute at the Bard's College, and no, I don't give private lessons.
Okay,
Glad that distraction's
my
over.
friend there plays the lute.
Hello, yes. A good story is 9 parts truth and 1 part fiction.
Seems like most of these are 9 parts fiction.
Can we really just make things up? It doesn't seem right.
Read carefully. You will see there are ways to stay true to the essence, Ildi, even while making parts up.
Right. Okay. Head off to the palace.
There are worlds in every tree trunk, every branch, every root. Thousands of souls from the shadows to the sun, tied to a single stretch of wood.
Okay, now we've rent ourselves to the Jarl.
I swear to you, unnatural magics are coming from that cave. There are strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Hafengar's people will always be safe under my
Your
rule.
Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area.
What did you need?
Dragon Bridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered reaction might be called for?
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. But about the cave?
I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Varnius. You can rest easy. You're dismissed.
I've got what I came for. I better get back to Dragonbridge.
What's this about a cave?
I've done my part. Dragonbridge will have extra guards. Falk Firebeard will find a way to take care of the cave.
Alright, okay.
I'd better get going.
I'll better speak to the steward first, I'll take it, eh? No. Big lunk over there. Talk to him. Excuse me, are you the steward here?
Do you have business with the court?
Yeah, like for some help with a cave or something? That guy was just talking about it.
You mean the Dragon Bridge issue? I'll be honest with you. I was planning to let that go. Varnius is a bit jumpy at the best of times.
Yeah, Varnius, that's it.
There have been reports of weird happenings near Wolfskull Cave. Travelers disappearing, odd lights. I suspect wild animals, or perhaps bandits.
Okay.
I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your work.
Okay, I'm just here as a bard, but we do things like that as well, so... What is it called, Wolfskull Cave, anyway?
The cave has a bad history. Long ago, Potema the Wolf Queen used it for necromantic rituals. That's where it got the name. That was over 500 years ago. Nothing much down there now. But everyone's always convinced the cave is haunted.
I'm not surprised the necromancers are involved, or were involved. Right.
Feel free to return to me with questions. The Blue Palace is an open forum.
Yes. Right.
Make it quick.
I'm not talking to you.
Please address all questions to the steward, Folk Firebeard.
Hey.
Do not dishonor or attempt to harm Elisif in any way. Adhere to that rule, and you'll be fine.
Hello, Jarl Elisif. I'm here to offer my services as a bard and wandering adventurer. I'm going to take care of Wolfskull Cave anyway, so...
Good to see you.
So you the High Queen yet?
Not yet, no. Although it is true my husband Torig was the High King, and I am his widow. Now is not the time to lay claim to such a title. This land is riven by war, and her people suffer for it. The Stormcloaks are a blight on Skyrim, and like any blight, must be purged. Only then will I take my rightful place as High Queen.
Why did Ulfric kill your husband?
Because that's what traitorous cowards do when they desire power. Ulfric coveted the High King's throne. He thought he deserved it more than Torig, and so he came before my husband and he shouted, with that terrible voice, like something out of a legend, or a nightmare. When Ulfric unleashed such fury, my husband, he simply ceased to be. That is all I will say, for it grieves me to speak of it.
You trust General Tullius?
A question I am all too familiar with. One my very thanes ask often. They worry that Tullius is so focused on the war that he risks forgetting what's best for our people. The real irony is that, while General Tullius is certainly no Nord, the people of Skyrim would be lost without him. Trust is always difficult, especially for my people. Yet we must trust in Tullius's leadership. For what other choice do we have?
Yeah.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
I know I haven't met before, but... I'm a curious person and I check things out like that.
Be quick. I have little patience for mundane concerns.
Were you there when High King Corey died?
I was, to my shame. The whole court was in attendance. I've seen much in my time, but that was a gruesome day.
Why was he killed?
Because Ulfric needed a symbol. Someone he could defeat that represented the Empire. The white gold concordat, the banning of Talos worship. Torig's father Islot had held Skyrim together for nearly 25 years. When he died, Torig became that symbol.
So what started when Islot died?
No, even after Islot died, the Moot voted to make Torig High King of Skyrim. But Ulfric was at that Moot, continually talking about Skyrim's independence in terms just shy of treason. I don't think Ulfric knew how much Torig respected him for that. If Ulfric had asked Torig directly to stand up, to declare independence, Torig might have done it.
Why didn't Torig ever declare independence?
Because the Dominion is a sleeping beast that Skyrim cannot slay alone. Because many Nords are part of the Imperial Army even now. Because the food and resources we get from the Empire are important to our people. Because even if we can't openly worship him, Talos the God was once Tiber Septim the man, and this is his empire. And Torig wasn't ready to let it fall apart.
Oh, you've been a court wizard here.
I was a member of the court during the reign of Torig's father. It was Torig who appointed me to the position.
So you and the High King were close then?
Very. I helped raise him. Oh, I could not have been more proud to see Torig on the throne. He made a fine king. A fine king.
Right, okay.
Take care of yourself, and always remember, the world is ripe with people looking to spill your blood.
Something about her eyes. Yeah, I don't like that guy standing, that ambassador standing there, or that Gathormer standing there. What's his purpose
Wolfskull
here?
Cave is to the west. We should check it out. Rumors are exciting, but these people have had a little too much excitement for one season.
The Imperials are good for business, and business is good for Skyrim.
What's your place here?
I'm a Thane. In the future, you may want to gain that information before talking with someone. Risk of looking like an idiot and all that.
Well, Thanes of what, Elisif?
Oh, most certainly. At least when Elisif herself asks. If you're inquiring whether we have concerns about her age and inexperience, let me put it this way. The Thanes have every confidence in General Tullius's leadership. Good. We've wasted enough time here.
Thane Bryling, at your service.
Pleased to meet you, Thane Bryling.
It's been an honor.
If you've come to file another complaint, I won't deign to hear it. If my presence is that much of an issue, tell it to the steward. Everyone whines and moans about how loosely I flap my tongue, as if Thane Erikur's eccentric love life were not a matter of public knowledge.
Really?
And for the last time, I am not a Thalmor agent here to destabilize the court. You're thinking of my terribly unfashionable twin sister, Mithriel. My name, on the other hand, is Nithriel, and I am both an attendant of the court and someone worthy of your confidence.
I don't see your twin sister anywhere.
Are you daft? I don't have a sister. It was a joke, the cleverness of which was apparently lost on you. Oh, it seems the people of Skyrim appreciate puns about as little as they appreciate a good man.
What do you mean by that?
Just the other day, I was telling Sybil about how what that Virinet girl put her poor fiancé through is despicable. And the way Vivienne Onis treats poor Sorex, constantly flirting with other men of the Skiva. Tusk. That is not behaviour becoming of a lady. Although in her defence, it's not as if there are other inns in which to meet eligible bachelors. Nor should Sorex continue to fawn over a woman that denied him decades ago. There is a threshold, after all, when a childhood infatuation stops being cute, starts being creepy. Sorex doesn't seem to be aware of this.
Not everyone can be a hulking warrior. Some prefer to be submissive.
Oh, I don't know. But I suppose we all have our own preferences. I'm more curious about yours. Does the lady fancy a strong, coarse male?
Yeah, I prefer a mate who is strong and valorous.
Let me see. Who do I know that's available? Are you opposed to marriage outside your race? On the other hand, I suppose they might be.
Given your reputation, why would people tell you anything?
For one, I'm an excellent listener. People are willing to divulge things to me without even taking into account whether I can provide sage advice. Second, I'm delightful to speak with. Not only do I have interesting rumours to share, but I can relate them in ways that spark your imagination.
How so?
For instance, if I were to tell you Elisif trusts Folk Firebeard with everything, you would likely nod your head and praise the steward. Then we'd begin to dwell on the awkward silence that followed and proceed to start hating each other and ourselves for not being more interesting. Now, if I were to tell you that Jarl Elisif trusts Folk Firebeard with everything, and perhaps curl my lips into a smile, I imagine you would have little difficulty formulating a reply.
So would you actually describe yourself as a gossip? I think you are.
I'm not a gossiper, just gregarious. I don't embellish. It's just the facts don't convey the spirit of what really happens. I'm not high maintenance, just high-minded. When I petition for funding for a party or festival, or new robes for the Thanes, I do so with purpose. Nobles cannot simply skulk around like common thieves. We must present ourselves in a fashion befitting our rank.
Well, I've no clue why people think you gossip. Everything you say is apparently a fact.
Oh, you jest. But what I do isn't overstating the facts. It's investigating them. If, every night, strangers walk in and out of a large house with no windows, I don't need to enter the premises to tell you it's a brothel. Nor do I need more than one glance at you to see you're an adventurer with a hunger for battle and the flesh. Tell me, what sort of person does the stranger fancy?
I enjoy some of the sense of humour as well.
Then you're better off meeting one of the food vendors in Eastmarch. The selection of cuisine there is completely laughable.
You must have been quite busy during the High King's death.
Indeed. They asked me what I saw, and I told them what I heard. Ulfric Stormcloak shouting King Torig to pieces. And I do mean that literally. From what I understand, there were chunks of the High King all over the walls of the throne. General Tullius, meanwhile, was screaming at Aldis for letting Ulfric escape. Naturally, Aldis made Rogvir a scapegoat for his own ineptitude. Which is laughable. Rogvir couldn't even find his own bottom, let alone an escape route past the castle guard.
Why, how did Ulfric really escape?
According to my sources, the only person to leave the castle was an Argonian male who took the carriage by the stables later that night. Alone, this would mean little. But consider this. When Ulfric shouted Torig to death, some claim his skin burst open to reveal a pattern of scales. Not the scales of an Argonian, but that of a dragon.
What a ridiculous tale.
Not half as ridiculous as same as taste in attire, but that is evidently all too real.
What exactly do you do here, apart from spread gossip?
As a court attendant, I mostly deal with acquiring clothes, silverware, and other accessories from merchants both local and overseas. The Blue Palace cannot have its residents dressed like common rubes. And by rubes, I mean the lesser nobles that inhabit the other holds. Unfortunately, much of the clothing I had recently shipped in by the East Empire Company was deemed too impractical given Skyrim's frigid weather.
What sort of garments?
Nothing like these peasant bodices the Nords wear. They were garments truly fit for the divine race. You should have seen the quality of lace I had brought in from the Somerset Isle. Silks and linens embroidered with silver and gold. It's rather difficult to feel like oneself, let alone a divine wearing these thick coats and furs. I suppose I will have to make my face all the more stunning to compensate.
Well, some say gossip never hurt anyone, I suppose.
That still implies that gossip itself is a negative, akin to a paper cut or a particularly vexing housefly. However, I believe it ties the community together. The more we know about each other, the more intimate our relationships. Gossip is inclusive. It allows outsiders such as yourself to easily join the conversation. Spend an hour with me and you'll know everything about everyone and truly feel like one of the locals.
I've been ready for a few minutes already. I already need a bath.
Fine. Then I will speak with someone who appreciates what I have to say instead of belittling it.
What a yap she is. Ugh. Well, that's certainly several minutes of my life I'll never get back. Right, let's get out of here. Let's see if we can speak to that guy now. Oh, my goodness, though, what a leather she was, eh? Oh dear.
Yes?
Spent so long there, it's getting late. Still maybe that guy Mainin might be a bit more available to talk with. Strange pair of boots she's wearing. Let's head back to the inn.
When you're running through the trees, you don't even feel the branches under your feet. It's like you're really flying.
Why is that dog following me? Go away.
Yes, yes, I haven't got all day.
Well, that's good, I'm not stopping you. The captain is... Captain Elvis. Right.
Yes?
Okay, where's this guy? Right, Zora and Dainlin, just relax for the evening. See if we can find him. He's upstairs still. Still talking to that nobility.
Need something?
Right, I'm going to wait for some time before the guys
Our hero
claims a warrior's heart. I tell you, the Dragonborn comes.
Yes, Mum.
With a voice-wielding power of the ancient Nord art. Believe, the Dragonborn comes. It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes. Beware, the Dragonborn.
You want a drink?
What's in the menu?
Depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry? Both.
I'm going to buy some wine, actually. Thanks. I'd like to perform here too.
Of course.
This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors, the Imperials.
What are you doing that
We
for?
drink to our youth, to the days come and gone, for the age of aggression is just about done. We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel we will take back our home. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death we will drink and we'll sing. We're the children of Skyrim and we fight all our lives. And when Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies.
Yes?
Yes,
But
so
this land is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death we will drink and we'll sing. Feel free to make requests.
You want to take a break for a minute? I'll take over.
Sure. My voice could use a rest.
Hi there.
Okay. It's the usual spot down here.
Aye.
By the time I'm finished, the guy might be free. Okay. Okay.
Need something?
What can I do for you?
Okay, I'll go and sit upstairs and wait until... Oh,
Yes? All right then.
coming down. Go upstairs and see if... Guy's available. Oh, excuse me.
safe travels.
Yes?
Done for now.
Thank you. Here, this is for you. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
It's alright, I've got I know the room.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Well, I'm going to sit in the room for a little while, wait until that guy's free. I'm not going to talk to him in front of the public. You mind getting out of the way, please? It's my room there. These nobles think they can go anywhere.
Need something?
No, you get out of the blooming way. Thank you. Right, I'm going to wait a little bit. This'll have to do. How's he got a high elf name? Randall, do you know him?
What? Who? You must be mistaking me for someone else. I know no one by that name.
The one is that you're involved in a certain trading business.
What? That's absolutely preposterous.
Well, I'm quite influential, as you can probably see. I'm a bard, so I can keep you out of jail if you talk.
Is that so? Perhaps you're right. This job has become more than I bargained for anyway.
Well, speak and I might be able to help you.
Very well. I will talk. But only if you guarantee me you'll let me sail back home.
Okay, so where is Randall?
I don't know. I never met him, actually. I only met with one of his associates. An odd bandit named Goonlock.
Right.
Some say his last name is Forktongue, but I wouldn't know about that for sure. All I know is that Erendil sends the product to Goonlog, and he takes care of getting them smuggled out of Skyrim.
Products, okay. So where can I find him?
I don't know exactly where he is, but I know they smuggle the product out of Skyrim from an old shipwreck on the coast northwest of here. I heard they used an old frozen cave to hold the product, and then used boats to transfer them out to one of their ships at night. My shipment is supposed to be on its way there now. I swear to you that is all I know.
Well, your product will not be shipped as you hoped it would if I can help it.
No, I suppose it won't. Not now, at least.
You will leave Skyrim in the next possible ship, or else. I know people that can make life very difficult for you.
Yes, of course. As I said, I've already made those arrangements.
If I ever see you here again, well, you know what's going to happen to you.
You needn't worry about that. Now then, I'll take my leave of you.
I hope to never see you again.
Need something?
Here, take 50 gold for your silence.
Thank you. Here, this is for you. Take care now.
Yeah, you too. Don't be careful of yourself.
Huh?
50 gold for your silence.
Thank you. Here, this is for you.
Okay. Let's discuss our plan of action. Behind closed doors.
Yes?
Oh, well, quite a day this has been, honestly. But, yeah. Right, my friends, this is what we're going to do.